there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Las Vegas Raiders. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Now last year's leading rusher in the NFL, this is Jonathan Taylor.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Second down and 8.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw.
This one completes Alec Pierce.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The 41. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
A gift for Taylor running right side. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people in front? leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They overloaded that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Well, talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll set up to throw.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown.
A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Colts are on the board first here in Vegas.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now, first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs.
They find some open field here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fit defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come down.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take over here up near the 40. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
The tackle there by John Johnson.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Taylor.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Punch it in with Taylor. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them, because they're really outside of field goal range now. Right? The opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. On play action, they'll throw. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
A loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15 at the Colts' 30-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled by the 29-yard line. A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 14.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
79 Broncos.
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He was defended by Kenny Moore.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of.
And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left.
Out to the left, that's where the tight end Moreau is.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Raiders at 2-6 now in the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Pack the 60. Warriors 70.
Looking to throw.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Josh Jacobs, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal?
He's got a man, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll look to throw.
The throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
18 Cardinal.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Yeah, they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Rodgers to return it. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis operating. Go ahead and set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Check contact, check contact.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Here's Johnson with a reception. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
2nd and 11. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the Next Gen Stats.
Sometimes that's a danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
By Woods.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Thrown in the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here.
He will find Cole here, complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try to find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Jacobs going to try the middle. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Check pass, check pass.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he stopped immediately there. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how they felt when the ball went over the post.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
An 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Colts have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
offense set to get this drive started.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Back to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if the game believed their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
They've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. It's a game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Indianapolis, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.